We're here in Austin, Texas to visit Kenny Hargrove and his amazing creation. It's 6,000 square feet of pure fun located on 2 acres on the beautiful hill countryside. The resort-sized Infinity Edge pool can fit 24 people. It includes a swimming bar, a massive hot tub, and my favorite part, a private grotto with 3 sides of rain falling. We're gonna link up with him today and he's gonna drop some wisdom from 40 years of entrepreneurship in just a tiny little interview. I'm excited to see what he has to say about what motivates him and how he's able to not let fear deter him from his biggest dream. If you like content like this, go ahead and like and subscribe. I know you have a very busy schedule today. Thank you for allowing us to record you and just kind of spread the word and share, how you were able to go about being successful, and so that our viewers can go after their dreams too. Tell our viewers what's your name and what do you do for a living?
My name is Ken Hargrove and I run Little La Jolla Resort. Previous car business, oil business, software business. I'm an entrepreneur. That's sort of how this got started.
Okay. That's a lot of things. How did you get into, Airbnb?
Well, we bought my wife and I, we bought the home in 2016. And when we bought the home, all it was, if you look out here, it was just a 3-foot strip of grass. It was a 3-bedroom home. And I had 5 kids. She had 1.
Wow.
5 grandkids. And just needed more space.
Okay.
We had family over for 2 holidays, and and we knew we wanted a pool, and we knew we wanted a pool house. So I hired a very good friend of mine. His name is Mark Canada. He's a renowned architect. You can Google him. He's great. And he did a watercolor vision of this pool and the pool clubhouse. Just a vision. He did it on watercolor. And all my friends, every time I'd show them what we were going to do, they'd go, "Oh my God, you got to do an Airbnb." This is 2016. I didn't know what Airbnb was. I'm not kidding. Never stayed in one. Really didn't know anything about it. So I ordered the book, the Airbnb story on Amazon from the founders, read it, and then I walked over to Stephanie. I said, "I do not want to pay for all of this. So let's get our short-term rental permit." And when we got our permit, then I went and I haven't had a job since 1993.
Wow.
I've always been an entrepreneur. So I wanted to get a commercial loan. And so I didn't have an income. She did, but I was pretty much retired. And so I wrote a business plan, which I've done many times.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a friend named Drew Hurt, who is a commercial banker. And thank you, Drew. Presented my business plan to him. He took it to his bank and they approved it. So we got a small construction loan. In relation to the property's value, we got a small construction loan. And then there's a couple principles that I understand. First of all, make the decision and make it work. But never let the problem-solving phase enter into the decision-making phase. Make the decision, make it work. So when I wrote my assumptions, I had no idea what to expect. I figured it was going to rent out for 8 days a month, $1,000 a day, 8 months, and then 4 months would be $20,000 months, and those would be ACL, South by Southwest, Formula One, the golf course. None of that happened.
Oh, man.
None of it happened because we were already booked by other people during those holidays. And now it's like 20 days a month, $2,000 a day. And
Wow. So
well,
it doubled.
sometimes it's more than that. And then we never knew we were going to be doing weddings. And we've grown all this organically. Now it's word of mouth, Airbnb, VRBO, but we don't advertise. And now it's become a pretty hot spot for weddings because it's just, where else can you get a wedding, have the family come in for 3 days or the wedding party for 3 days and have this beautiful landscape and just resort style pool and all that. There's nothing out there for the price that we offer. So
So
it's,
you bring a lot of value.
oh yeah, absolutely. And yeah, now that I got my golf cart, for 7 days I walked up and down that hill, or 7 years, 5, 6 times a day, lugging stuff around. Then I got a golf cart, so we're good now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Life's changed.
That's awesome.
But yeah, and you know, so many people come to me and go, when they see the property, they go, Kenny, what do you do for a living? And I tell everyone, absolutely everyone, the only difference between me and you is the books I've read. And I started reading at 20. I'm 65 now.
Okay.
But
you look good for 65.
But you know, the magic of thinking big. So have I shown you our next project?
No, no.
Well, I'm going to send you the picture, loop it in. It's called Boom Shakalaka.
Yeah,
My wife named it. And the reason, what's funny about that is we went to the architectures and did all the architectures. And then my builder said, Kenny, you need to send all this to a rendering company in Florida. And we did. And the renderings we got back, oh my gosh. So I was ready to do the interior. And I needed a Pinterest board so I could pick out all the materials and the furniture and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day I said, Stephanie, did you give me a Pinterest board? She goes, yeah. She goes, I said, what'd you name it? So I could go to it. She goes, Boom Shakalaka. I go, Stephanie. I said, dork. And then in the back of my mind, it said, be open. I pictured what it was going to look like, pictured the name. I said, oh, this is going to go viral. When they see it and the name, they'll be sending it to all their friends. So
Nice.
we're excited about that project. And we're going to build it between Leander and Georgetown.
Okay.
But what I did was I used the footprint of the pool clubhouse, and then I made it 10 foot deeper, 10 foot wider. I put
Wow.
bedroom, stacked them, and then 4 bedrooms on the other side, brought it out into a horseshoe shape.
Wow.
And all the bedrooms have glass walls looking out into the resort pool and the landscape and all that. It's pretty spectacular. And after I got through, I said, Stephanie, I should have been a designer the whole time. Never even thought about it.
Yeah.
But when you see, yeah.
I guess as you're going through the process, you realize, what your strengths and weaknesses are.
Oh, well, that's a great point because we make a great team because I tell everybody she's a nerd because she is. She can sew. She's got a $20,000 sewing machine. She can do stained glass like you've never seen. She built all the wood furniture on the property except for 2 tables. And she can do all the art in the property. She did. And we were in La Jolla because we were finished up. Now we need art because we have a lot of wall space. And it was so expensive. And I said, Stephanie goes, Kenny, I'll just do it.
Wow.
I said, Stephanie, have you ever done art? She goes, no, but I can do it. I said, okay. And then she started knocking it out. It's a trip.
Yeah.
She's a very, very talented woman.
Yeah.
And she completes me because I'm none of those. I'm the design guy, I'm the visionary, and I'm a rainmaker. But she's mechanical. And no, there's no way I could have done all this without her.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It kind of brings me to our next question. So, how important is it to choose the right partner in life, and what are your thoughts on that?
Good luck. Oh, there's a lot of thoughts on that. I didn't come into my own till I was around 50.
Wow.
It's been a struggle. Always ambitious. Couldn't get out of my own way. And I remember for 3 years, I probably went on 100 dates. I'm not kidding. That's not an exaggeration because I'd been divorced for 13 years and I wanted to get married to find someone to build a life with. And I don't think Stephanie understood what I meant by build a life with because, oh my gosh, we did all this project in 3 years.
Wow.
And yeah, and we've been through COVID. We went through the rate hikes. We went through the blackouts. We started out, we bought a 50-foot, what do you call those mobile homes, or not mobile, but fifth wheel. And it
Okay.
was too small. We were about to kill each other. So then we bought a $400,000 motorhome, and we've never driven it once. It was just so that we could manage the property.
Okay.
And I'm a systems guy. So, yeah, if she wasn't here, no, none of this would happen. So, to answer your question,
Yeah.
but you don't know. I mean, you just got to have faith. And I go back to, have I already said, never let the problem-solving phase enter into the decision-making phase?
Yeah, I think that's
Okay,
good
well,
words there.
In addition to that, you have to have the end in mind. And that comes out of Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And so once you have a vision, then it's just an algebraic equation. But most people have to have all the solutions.
Worked out
No,
prior to.
that's not me. I I work it as I go. And it's amazing how it will work. And some solutions don't come to you until 4 years later. It's a trip.
Wow.
I don't know how to explain that. It just is. And you talk to any entrepreneur, they'll tell you what they know today is not what they knew when they got started.
Yeah.
And another thing is, you'll learn in life that the team you start with is not the team you finish with. It just constantly evolves. And you have to let it happen, not make it happen. I know that was the hardest one I had to learn, is let it transform, because some things are happening now with our business, never expected. 4 or 5, well, we're in this business almost 7 years now, but it's all good. But never would have ever dreamed that that's taking place now. So, but entrepreneurs understand this.
Right.
So, and it's not for everybody, because when I first met my wife, she goes, "Don't you worry?" I go, "I never worry." She goes, "You don't ever worry?" I go, "No." And she'll tell you, I don't ever worry. There's always a solution. Now, sometimes you have to meditate on it, and you have to think about it. And a lot of times it'll come to you in your dreams, or you'll be driving down the road, or you'll be in the shower, or whatever. And it's like, there you go.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, oftentimes I find myself coming up with the best ideas in the shower, but as soon as I step out, I kind of forget. So, it's one of those
Write it down.
things. Yeah.
I'm at the age where everything's got to be written down.
What have you done to separate yourself from the competition?
I never once thought about any competition.
Wow.
I have a timeshare in Carlsbad, California, and I lived in the La Jolla area, and this is called Little La Jolla Resort. We didn't originally name it. We called it Little La Jolla. But every time our guests came, they would go, "Man, this is like our own private resort." Because I'm sure you've got some pictures and video of what your guests are going to see. And so I'd fly back from California, because everybody said Austin's beautiful. Yeah, not so much compared to California. I mean, to La Jolla, because nothing, and I mean nothing, is like this property. That pool in the pool clubhouse, it's got a resort style pool. People do not get out of the pool all day long. They stay in the pool all day. When you walk into the pool clubhouse, there's nothing like it. So I don't worry about the competition. And when I was originally pricing it, I didn't know how to price it. But as the phone kept ringing too fast, then I started raising my pricing. And I don't care about the competition. Now it's how much do we want to rent it out.
Okay.
I'm not interested in renting it out every day, because it's our home. And we have a system. Everybody that comes to this property goes, "There's nothing like it." We don't have, so all the utensils, all the kitchen appliances, duplicated in the main house, also in the pool clubhouse. All they bring is their groceries. That's it. Everything else it's there. And that's, if you go to Airbnb and read the reviews, you'll see. If you go to our Facebook page called Little La Jolla Resort, you'll see there is nothing like it. So I don't worry about the competition.
So basically, it's a one-stop shop. They don't have to bring anything with them, and then just come and just enjoy their vacation.
Exactly.
What's would you say was the most amount of money you've made in a year?
We average $300 a year for the last 5 years.
Nice. Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
The video recording cut off, but when you're ready to book your next Airbnb or VRBO, make sure to search for Little La Jolla Resort in Austin, Texas. You and 11 of your best friends will have the greatest time. With that said, it's not every day we get to speak to a multimillionaire and pick his brain to give us ideas on how to achieve the same or better success. I want to give a shout out to Kenny Hargrove for taking time out of his busy schedule to come and meet with us to show us the mindset that it takes to take the necessary steps every day to reach our goals, no matter how hard they seem to achieve. He's definitely doing something right, and I'm so glad that he's willing to share with us, because this is what this channel is all about. Bringing value to y'all, because I want you to be successful. I want everybody to grow. Kenny dropped some principles to live by today. Some of the ones that stood out to me, he said, make the decision and make it work, but never let the problem-solving phase enter the decision-making phase. I love these words. I don't know how many good ideas have been shot in the foot because a person thinks, well, wait a minute, once I get to step 2, step 3, how do I cross that bridge? And then never even start step 1. So what Kenny's saying is forget all that, start step 1. When you get there, you'll see how to figure out step 2. Another takeaway I got from Kenny was when he said, when people ask him what he does for a living, he responds, the only difference between me and you are the books I read. There's a special place in heaven for people like Kenny. He's so humble, willing to help out people and make them realize there's nothing special about him. What he did was get the information and execute it. Same thing that you or me can do. He goes on to mention some of his favorite books to read, which I think if you haven't read them yet, I'd go out and buy them immediately. First one is by David Schwartz, The Magic of Thinking Big. The second one that he mentioned that you should go buy right away are The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Both of these books, Kenny mentions, focuses on having a vision and just going for it and not worrying about having every solution for every single kink worked out before you begin. Lastly, Kenny dropped another nugget of wisdom when he said, let it happen, don't force it to happen. He goes on to say that in the 7 years since he started Little La Jolla, many things happened that he never could have imagined would be a problem or solution to that problem. So roll with the punches and it'll be fine. If y'all enjoyed my video like I did, please like and subscribe. I hope you guys learned something today, because someday it's very possible for you to get something like this if this is what your heart desires. You just gotta execute. You have to put in that work and you have to do it right now. Remember, it's not about tomorrow, it's not about yesterday, it's about what you do right now.